Howdy, y'all. We are Americans here in Australia on holiday for our anniversary. I'm Hoosier Daddy, and I brought along Hoosier Mama with us.
Hello.
This is a wrap-up of day 4. Still staying in Melbourne. We went to Phillip Island, which was really cool. And I know
Amazing.
Hoosier Mama enjoyed it, so I wanted her to give you her perspective on it. But our trip didn't leave until like 11 o'clock in the morning, so we decided to go out for a walk just in downtown Melbourne, and we were looking for a nice place to have breakfast, so we went to, what was it called? Loon Croissanteria. Oh, but it was a bakery, and they had all types of croissants. They had everything laid out on the counter instead of a menu. And what flavor did you get?
Mushroom and feta cheese. Feta? Blue cheese?
Yeah, it was blue cheese, mushroom and blue cheese. And I got another Vegemite and cheese swirl, and then we shared a lemon curd. And I knew that this place was going to be good because it had a line out the door. So anytime you see a place like that, you know it's got to be good. It was really popular, but they got us through pretty quick. And then we were looking for a place to go sit down, like a little park, or I guess Aussies would call them gardens. And
oh, no wonder.
Yeah, that's why everything is called gardens.
So I asked one of the waitresses where the closest park was, and she said, well, it's not proper green, but... And then told us about a big paved area in between a bunch of buildings, which it was cool.
It was called Federation Square, and there were some people doing yoga there, which is kind of cool. It gave us a little entertainment. We sat there and had our breakfast.
And we were fat Americans eating our breakfast while everyone else was doing yoga.
Yeah. That is until the seagulls discovered us. There were no seagulls around, but once they saw that we had food, they got really aggressive.
Aggressive, like screaming at us, about 2 feet away from us, screaming.
I think seagulls are universally hated everywhere. It was just irritating. He's mad because we're not feeding him. No, you're not getting any of our food. I think this is why nobody else is eating breakfast here.
Here comes 4 more.
Because they know the birds are going to beg them for food. We were sitting here in peace and quiet, eating our croissants, and then these birds start coming over here and harassing us. No, you're not getting any food. There's so many of them now.
Aggressive little things. They want my food. Dang. He's going to steal your food.
No, go away.
Let's walk.
Bye. So we got up, finished our breakfast, and went for a walk. We discovered Treasury Gardens. And
beautiful.
They had a strange memorial to JFK. Like, I don't know why there is an American president memorial in downtown Melbourne, but that was interesting. They had a lot of fountains and a lot of ducks, and it was weird seeing fall foliage along with palm trees. It just... At the same time, it didn't make sense, but... It's also
weird for us seeing fall foliage in June because it's the heat of summer right now where we're from.
And I'm so happy for her, by the way. Her birthday is later this week. This is going to be the first time in her life that she has celebrated her birthday in autumn.
Fall's my favorite.
Yeah, so it was pretty cool. It was a nice little walk. And then we got back to our hotel and got ready for our trip, which was to Phillip Island. And if you've never been to Phillip Island, they have something called a penguin parade, and that was like the highlight of the end.
So cute.
But before we did that, we took this bus out, because it's quite a ways outside of Melbourne, and we stopped at a town called Cowes, C-O-W-E-S, and it's just a cool little beach town to get lunch. I know a lot of people have told us that we needed to try a chicken palmy, or a chicken palma, one of the two. I guess there's a debate on how to pronounce it, but it's chicken parmigiana. So we found an Italian place there that had it. It was chips with chicken parm on top, and it was like red sauce and mozzarella cheese. It wasn't bad. What did you think?
It was just okay.
Yeah, I feel like it could have been saucier. I don't know if that was the best one that they make around. I'm sure it wasn't. There's probably better ones out there. But anyway, that wasn't bad. And we walked around the town a little bit, took a look at some op shops. She was looking for a sweater. And then we got on the bus, and we headed to a koala koala preserve. And where they take care of koalas, and we got to see some koalas up close, even better than the day before.
Oh my gosh, so close to us.
Yeah, the day before we saw them in the wild, and they were really far away, but these, we were right up on top of them. And we had to be very quiet, because they said they don't like loud noises. And, I mean, it was cool, but I really just enjoyed the walk around the preserve, because it was just...
Yeah.
It was a really pretty hike, But the koalas, you know, they sleep 18 to 20 hours a day. They spend most of their time just laying in the trees sleeping.
So we only saw 2 that were awake eating.
Yeah, and so, I mean, it's not super exciting, but it's still cool just to be that close to them. But after that, that was when we got to go see the penguins, and we weren't allowed to take pictures of them. So I did a little video like when we first got there.
I took pictures anyway.
Yeah, shh, don't tell anyone. They tell you you're not supposed to take pictures. So the penguins have these burrows out here in the ground, and once it starts to get dark, they're going to come out of their burrows, and they're going to come out here to the ocean. And so this is what everybody's sitting here in the stands for, to see all of the penguins swim out to the ocean. They don't come out until dusk, when it's just getting dark, because their primary way to evade predators is camouflage, and if they come out during the day, their main predators are birds of prey, like raptors and things. And
they're only this tall.
yeah.
They're so cute. They're tiny little things.
So we stood there on the right on the beach waiting for them to come out. So some of them come out of the water, and some of them come out of their burrows, and you can see them. It's like a little parade because they stick together, like they're trying to use safety in numbers. And so they all come, these little groups coming up on shore, waddling around. And the way one of the tour guides there said that it was like a penguin party. We found out what kind of party it really was.
It was a naughty party. They all came up from the water to do dirty things. Yeah,
they were all mating. They didn't tell you that in the brochure, but they were making all kinds of noise.
They kept saying, "Oh, listen to the cute little noises they're making." Yeah, that's dirty.
I felt like we should give them some privacy, so we were watching the ones waddling around. Once they started doing the dirty, we walked away. Well, I did. She was the one filming it.
I told you to be quiet.
But anyway, it was a very cool day, very enjoyable,
yes.
And I want to thank you guys all for all the tips you've given us. That was our last full day in Melbourne. We are headed to Sydney next, and I think then we're going up the East Coast. We're not going to be able to see Western Australia or South Australia or the Northern Territory.
Next time.
Yeah, there's just not enough time. But we are on to Sydney, and then like the Gold Coast, and all the way up to Cairns at the end of the month. So it's going to be an exciting trip. Keep all those suggestions coming. Any tips you have for us. I'm trying to get to all your comments. I really appreciate it. I am enjoying all the new friends I'm making. So thank you again. We'll see you guys next time. Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Mwah.